Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another casted series on ESOC TV. This is ESOC Premier League number 3, week number 3. It is the Blockhouse Boomers taking on the Hudson Bay BIGS. And we have, I think it's Dan representing the Hudson Bay BIGS, with Rohbrot playing for the Boomers. So game number 1 will be played on career. It's going to be a Russian versus British affair. We see Daniel spawning into the east of the map in the colour red, playing as the British civilization, dropping down a double mana opening here instead of going for a maybe mana trading post or mana market. And his opponent Rohbrot in the colour orange, playing as the Russians, gathering just enough wood here for a first house. He's put it in a very interesting position in the middle of the tree line. I don't really know any reasons why it's in the middle of the tree line. Probably just has got his closest villager and thought build a house. Might be a bit annoying there. May have been better in this location, but really minor point. Play on career. Dan's out. He's gone for the northern scouting pattern here. As you see, where his scouting pattern, he's gone straight from his base up. He's declined to take a 40 food or 40 wood. Could have easily cracked across the line, but I think he wants to get out on the map and try and find those big wood treasures. We do see 80 wood on the southern side. 75 coin, guarded by 2 black bears. Rohbrot here going to go for his own. It's 75 food. It's going to work out very nicely for him. But most of the nice treasures on the top side. Yeah, another 75 coin, and there's going to be the 75 wood as well. Dan taking on 65 coin by 2 macaques, but I have no inkling idea how he's going to spend that early coin. So I do slightly disagree with his decision to kind of stop off here and go for this treasure. Especially with both these civs, the British and the series just popped up on my phone. Go away. I'm talking to you guys, the fine folks on the internet, not my phone. It's like, oh, can I be assistance? It's like, no, you can't. Off you go. Right, put that away. Yeah, both players here going to go for openings with no markets, so no coin really is needed at all. No player here is going to be mining any coin. And Rohbrot's going across to the 75 wood. Let's look at Dan's position. Yes, he did scout the 75 coin. He's decided to double back. He does miss out on this treasure, but Rohbrot has seen it. He's declined that treasure. I think he's just wanting to get the food so he can essentially age up and click that age up as fast as possible, because he knows that he can go for that 75 wood treasure in transition to get the wood required for the blockhouse. So yeah, both players having interesting ways of going about their business for the time being. Let's look at Dan's amount of food he's got. Actually, he's already aging up at the moment. Villagers onto wood in transition. He's got a couple of villas forward to try and herd this deer back. I think this is they're gonna shoot as they walk away. This is a double batch of deer as well, so he's certainly got a lot to work with. He's gonna look for the deers which haven't moved. I think these guys will probably. Oh, I've got to go on the tree line. I don't like how 2 deers are being killed in this forward position, especially when you're playing a civ like Russia. I think just one villager could have been on herding duties and then gone the tree line and then just keep shooting again. I think we're already at that time where these guys can be herded again, so it's, trying to get that on the forefront of your agenda in this transition period is certainly a high priority. But looking at Rohbrot here, he's aging at 14 vil. I'm just not seeing any forward villagers at all from himself. He's getting up. He's now getting transition vils over. He's got quite a lot of vils left over on food. He's got 180 food in transition, which seems a lot. He's now peeling off 3 villagers moving forward across the minimap to try and get that blockhouse down. This hunt will be pushed back in the meantime. Pause happened, but both players are ready to resume, and Dan's going to pick up those double in-base treasures, the 40 food, 40 wood. These guys here, they do have. What was that? It was like a little smiley face. It was like brackets, right angle, like less than, apostrophe, some weird symbols. I was trying to find that. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Did you see it? Did you see it? What on earth was that? Is that Azank playing tricks on us? I was trying to see if these guys had their gang saw, but obviously the 0.5 here suggests they do not have their gang saw. These guys, do they have their hunting dogs? They do have their hunting dogs. Yes, he's got 1 tech on those villagers. So yeah, that does work. I've completely missed what alert happened there. My apologies, I'm too busy having fun looking at A's UI. But yes, Rohbrot has got his blockhouse up before the age up has been completed. So looking absolutely fine for the time being. Aging up here with the Quartermaster, as to be expected. 14 3 villagers in queue already. We try and open up for an early batch of Musketeers plus Cossacks. I feel that that's a standard way to open here, and is certainly not a negative way to approach getting pressure out on the map nice and early. Tower here from the British player, slightly forward. May have wanted to have it a little bit back. Surely villagers in the town centre will be able to provide cover and fire. And here we see our birthday present crates being dropped to celebrate the anniversary event. Yeah, no further comments on that one. Rohbrot here, selling it in 700 wood, first card. A little bit interesting here. I don't like players who try and go for this kind of... I wouldn't say it's greedier. I'd say it's more of a timing-orientated focus. He's going to go for a second blockhouse on top of his middle map blockhouse. I feel that this blockhouse is dropped down with the intention of being right in the middle of the map, instead of actually trying to do something useful with the blockhouse, in the sense that it's covering some trees, a coin mine, trading post. There's 2 hunts in the bottom of the map, but they're so far away from the blockhouse, it's not really controlling too much. These hunts from the Russia are always going to be basically secure. The only extra hunt that Rohbrot could try and control is his northern hunts outside of Dan's base, which, you know, he could go for his blockhouses into this position and really say, right, I'm going to put pressure if you're going to try and move past this line and take the top side of the map. So I suppose it's a quick movement time from his forces from these double middle blockhouses to the southern side and to the northern side. However, it's not declining any hunt from Dan. Dan still has the option for both these hunts. Obviously, he's still in base with lots of hunts anyway. A really smart double ward segment here is a very useful, a good use for 10 wood. You know that there'll be some Cossacks at some point. It's going to cause some pathing issues. You just expect a massive musketeers, longbows here, just getting some extra valuable shots there, and the Cossacks going to have a bit of a pathing issue. Yeah, double tight manor houses. It's also with spaces as well, so some units can get in, but not all of them. So there'll be some moving in and getting picked off. A raid happens. 3 husks went into the base. No village went down. Rohbrot still on 20 villagers, not losing one. Does get his Greycoats in. Knows that I'm watching. He's very, very proud. Making me very proud today against Greycoats. But we did see, one villager nearly going down. It would have had about 30 HP remaining, or something similar to, about 30 HP remaining there. So would have gone down another 2 swings there from the Hussars, given that these have melee resists. 5 musketeers here from Rohbrot in total. Move across. Hussars going to try and get back in. And, Russia's just kind of sitting back. He's not really trying to be aggressive. He's not trying to be oppressive in terms of map control. He's just kind of sitting back and letting the game play out in front of his eyes here. He does have steel traps incoming, which is actually quite late here for Russia, considering he's more of a trying to play this kind of more of a boomier type of player style, or more of a timing orientated. 700 wood. He's gone 700 gold. 5 Cossacks here. Is he actually trying to do like a semi-FF on 5 musketeers and try and get up to the Fortress Age? I'm not too sure this is how Russia's best plan of action here versus a strong Brit Civ. 23 villagers here for Rohbrot. We have Dan here playing on 34 villagers. Yeah, sorry, 23 versus 34. Dan clearly a settler advantage here, and the tempo advantage with Hussars. 1 villager does go down there for Rohbrot, and a couple of Russian musketeers not really doing the damage needs to push these Hussars away with much conviction. Just Dan's just keeping these Hussars distance, keeping them nice and healthy, training our musketeers. A couple Cossacks, musketeers in the middle map will catch this musketeer batch. Musks will go to hand combat and actually will one-shot a Cossack. So, Rohbrot thought that's a bit of a pickup he could go for. This Hussar batch will be only 2 in strength, but I think it's okay given his position and the amount of Hussars out on the map. A lot of villagers on the coin at the moment, maybe over gathering there, but a couple Hussar manor houses being dropped forward will get that map control and more villagers onto the deers and kind of readjust The 4 resources images icon text HC wood crate 128.png. Ah, there you go. Learn a bit of text pathways there. That's down UI, down. Bad boy. There you go. Go away. Oh, looks like the AZ UI is just having a moment now. Oh well. Gives you guys something to read as the game's going on. But yes, from Rohbrot's point of view, he's actually now trying to age up at this moment. He does have 10 musks, 4 Cossacks, 700 wood, 700 gold, 5 Cossacks to try and hold on. It's not really a pivot shipment, it's just trying to kind of hold on from the raid-in. We'll get a nice pick on these Hussars. They're going to get snared as they try and retreat out of this position. But I think Dan's absolutely fine himself. He's also looking to age at his position, sending in 700 wood after going 700 wood, 5 vil, 600 wood behind this. 9 Hussars, 19 musks. Nice, holding a nice position. I say that he's looking to age, but he is having a lot of vils on food and actually training units as we go. Maybe he's thinking actually by the time he gathers this coin, he will have 1,200 of those food resources to click the age up button, but he certainly has a decent and growing mass of military mass, which he will want to use to try and push out. Now that the Russian player is on the next stage, does Brit here really push out? He hasn't really got enough to deal with the double blockhouse. Time is on his side. Maybe he wants to try and go the age up now. A smart raid actually. Like it feels like, you know, Rohbrot on the age up. He kind of wants to sit back and play, just wait for his shipments to roll through. But actually, Dan moving in for the cheeky vil snipe does get 1 villager, and out it comes. But Rohbrot will move to intercept. He does see these Hussars, and yes, he will move to engage, gets a snare off. Musketeers to join as well, but all in all, it's just buying time here for Dan. That's a Hussar raid, and it's, you know, he's trading 2 Hussars for time and a villager, so it's not completely lost there for Dan. Now leading up to a 5,000 score advantage. The 2 Falconets now on the field here for Russia. But it's just 20 Musketeers, 4 Cossacks and 2 Falcons. There's no upgrade here. Okay, looks like they're now veteran Musketeers, so basically normal Musketeers if you want to consider them in that strength. So the same strength as the British Musketeer they are now. Yeah, these musks, no upgrades on them just yet. No musk attack, no musk HP. And these villagers may start to sense a little bit of forward pressure here from Russia. They may want to evacuate to the northern side of the map. The age up is in queue here for Daniel. He's currently on the back foot. He has to wait and buy his time until that age up's completed. He will then get himself an extra 7 longbows and will then be able to get the veteran musk vet costs and a vet Hussar tech. But there are Falconets and a lot of veteran musketeers in the front line here for Russia, so there's a decent amount of siege potential here. Could these Hussars go for raiding elsewhere? I'm not really too sure what they could achieve. Quite a lot of these Russian villagers are tucked up in the base, nice and safe. Gonna go around the back, so it's actually going to commit to this attack here, but the Russian musketeers seem to be in a decent position so far. Both Falcons are going down quite quickly, with Minutemen actually doing some decent damage onto the Falconets. They're now being targeted by the musketeers, and there's just so much infantry here behind here for Daniel to defend while aging up. The Hussars do get wrecked here by the vet musketeers, but I think Rohbrot would have liked to see more damage being done by those Falconets onto the heavy infantry mass of Daniel. Considering, like, at this moment, this is basically where he is the weakest in the moment. Sinking 2.2k resources into the aging up. No benefit just yet. And surviving Rohbrot's age up and timing push there with the vet musk 2 Falc play as well. And Dan's just swaggering himself out of his base, strutting out with a purpose. He's going to keep his distance, so he's going to wait for him to get his own Falconets and his vet musk, and that should be safely enough of a military force to break this middle double blockhouse. Villagers on the top side going for another batch of hunts. They have moved on forward from this forward position, which has now been under pressure from Rohbrot. Out comes a batch of Strelets here from Rohbrot. Is that the 19 Strelets? That is the 19 Strelets from the shipments. A lot of food there. He does have enough resources for a Strelet batch, but yeah, it's the classic macro mistake that some civs have is, oh, my fastest gathering resources, food. Most of my units do cost food, but then they don't have enough resources for other units, so could be able to queue up a batch of musks. Not actually queued up any units at the moment, and double queuing villagers, and is now a house as a result. Hussars here from Dan, engaging the shreds. Here come the Falconets. These are going to target the Musketeers straight away. Good micro here. Yeah, aims for the Musketeers and straight. Like, good play there from Dan, going for that pickup there. And the Hussars just chasing down, getting the snare. The Vet Musks play here from Dan. Behind this, he does have double Muskard and Huss. No 4 Huss, 10 Longbow. Would you go for Musk combat here? I feel that 9 Musketeers is a safe play to go when you got the 2 Falconets ready to go. I wouldn't say no to a 5 Hussar shipment as well at this moment in time here from Dan. No, I think you're absolutely right, Sirius. Russia H3, like versus some civs, it can work, but the Brits, they have such a strong eco early in the game that they just have time to amass so many units, and it was just holding on while aging up with an inferior teched army, let's say, and just actually looking at making that look somewhat easy there in that sense of holding in that base from the 2 Falconets. Now just pushing out with just veteran Musketeers, 2 Falcons. Batch of Hussars being trained, 9 Musks being shipped, Musketeers being trained as well. 48 villagers here from Dan. Rohbrot up to 39, so still down by 9 villagers. He needs to make this cost-efficient army really work for himself here and try and kind of close that economic distance between the stronger eco and more expensive units for the British player and the kind of weaker eco, cheaper units here from Russia, and try and make that disparity as narrow as possible here. Russia does have an artillery foundry, kit up a Falconet, does have 25 villagers on gold, market to buy wood as well, so we're going to try and get 4 Falconets here. Can he get 4? He will get 3. This 4th one will be tight for him to get, and will 4 Falconets be enough to get him out of his hole? It's going to certainly be a good way to start. I'm not really too sure Dan at his moment has enough resources to do so, but villagers out here from Rohbrot exposed. Does he see this? Okay, now he sees the Hussars. He thinks they're just Hussars. He might be able to get them away, but here come the Musketeers as well, and yeah, those 3 villagers are definitely going down. I think Dan could have tried better to snare this group and get these picked off as well, but I think he's happy just pushing the villagers off the hunt, because villagers which are dead, they're not gathering. Villagers which are running away are also not gathering. So he's not too fast. It looks like there's only 3 Falcons coming up from that pop. So it's going to be a 3 versus 2 Falcon war in favour of Rohbrot there. But the units behind here from Dan looks to be certainly in a very strong position. 34 Vet Musketeers now getting Vet Huss behind. And that's a big batch of Hussars. Has he got double stable? No double stable. This is just a 5 Hussar shipment, 5 Hussar batch as well. Linking it with 4 colonial mid-map, and this is going to be tough. Rohbrot's not really on the map gathering any food. He's just going to try and win this with the artillery foundry. Now sending in the halberdiers, 11 halberdiers as well. Also weakened units, so these guys are basically the Dutch colonial halberdiers from Royal Edition, which, you know, versus Vet Musk, Vet Huss from Brit H3. I wouldn't be too worried if I saw this shipment if I was Dan. I'd look at that and go, oh, lovely. I think it's there to protect the Falconets, so that kind of works that works quite well in that sense. And yeah, Dan doesn't have to throw his army here in that sense. If he has seen what he sees many Falconets and he's just running. He's getting out of there. Doesn't need to engage just yet, and he wins the heavy infantry war. He just wants to. He may just need to go into a Culverin at some point to try and win the artillery war as well. Well, that's 7 units going down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units went down there, definitely. That's a nice start there for Rohbrot. It was really pushing back, and Dan's on the run as it is. Halberdier Musk just keeping Hussars at bay. I think this is really smart here from Dan to not take that engagement, just wait for his stronger economy. Oh, he's fighting in the tree line. This might be a bit awkward, actually. Got all his Falconets actually unpacked. That's a quad kill over there. Musketeers on these cavalry. Cavalry just going charging straight in as well. Decent surround. 3 Falcons will go down here from the cavalry charge. The 4th here might be under pressure as well, but the halberdiers are certainly poking their way to a strong position here. But there's just so many Musketeers behind, providing so much damage. The Falcons really good micro here from Dan, keeping them at the distance. And yeah, Russia just army capitulates there completely, and Dan gets game number 1 there to his name. So yeah, well played there for Dan's point of view. And I think what happened there was just time was given to Brit Rohbrot continues to train Vils, but that Vil line is only going one way, and it's going in favour of the British player, but it's also divergent as well. It's not like the Russian player going, oh, my villagers train batches, they train faster, I'll close in that economic gap. That gap just widens with the wood shipments, the 5 Vil shipments, and safely ages up and kind of holds that pressure as if it was really not much going on there for him. Yeah, that big fight, the Falconets only losing 15 military population. Does get a big batch of the 7 longbows. Minutemen bolster this number as well, but that first push from Rohbrot really didn't feel overly scary. The Falcons which came up afterwards was a nice batch. It certainly put me thinking that Dan had to run, but the fact that he did run allowed him to get more units out and cement his position. And when he took that engagement, well, Russian musketeers, Halbs, not strong enough holding off against veteran British hussars, it seems. Yeah, that game is just stupendously easy there for Brit, I think. Brit's just incredibly strong, Civ, for the time being. Oh, I think Punjab is game 3. See if we can get into game 3 here. See if we actually can get our live casting game back on track. We've had a few technical issues, let's say. I don't think Rohbrot uses control groups at all. It's not really his style. Thank you, DE. You really are one charming friend at some point. Let's just try it. Let's just try that it does actually work. Fat Hazard saying if Daniel adds 2 Culvers, it could be ugly. And he didn't even need 2 Culvers. He just needed the great Z move. I gotta say that there was some good micro there from Dan in that final fight, getting the Cavs around, breaking his Cav into 3 fronts, the front flank attack, and then 2 sides, and also pulling back the Falconets when needed as well to keep them alive from the Russian Falcons. So I think Rohbrot's trying to get some sort of advantage there in the Falcon War, but actually never could take down the British players' Falcons. So no, it looks like we want to try and fish out our second game here from the wreck. I think that's game 3 there, so we will catch up as the series goes on. Do 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 do. God, I got a lot of recorded games here. I need to delete them. Is this EPO? Yeah, damn Rohbrot. Let's do it. Cheers motion. I don't think it's... My intuition is something's happened with the latest patch to cause some sort of friction, but I've seen other people cast in live, so maybe it's just a one-off special delay, but I see Spain being played on Gran Chaco. Interesting big board play there from Rohbrot. Not really too sure why he's wanting to play Spain on a 0 trading post map. We on Gran Chaco. He's also... What is Rohbrot doing? Rohbrot's got 50 XP in his base. He's now going for another 40 XP. So actually will get a very fast shipment. But he does have a dog, yes, Explorer. Japan has double Explorers. And he's giving up all the llamas to the Japan player. Surely this is a mistake here from Rohbrot. He's just... Dan again on top form, doing his map homework, knowing that Gran Chaco spawns with 2 ponds, with 2 sets of llamas, of 2 llamas of each set around each pond, and it's like Dan just walking with 4 llamas, thinking, yeah, this is going very, very well. Rohbrot moving his dog and explore together. Not again. Like, I have to say, like, Rohbrot, have your explorer scout this channel and have your dog scout this channel, so you kind of have different line of sights overlapping, and you get greater scouting. He's now stopped off for a 100 XP treasure, which is not sending. He's not going to send a second Age 1 shipment in this game, but look at his deck. He's only got ATP to send. He's certainly not sending that card this game. He's got his second shipment ready at 90 seconds in the game, but it's just going to sit there. The thing is, I know this feels like a good start here for Rohbrot, but it's just not, and that is the brutal truth here. And this is the ESOC Premier League. This is the best of the best in the game at work. And we see Dan as efficient scouting pattern with his double explorers, picking up all the livestock on the map. Great vision. Let's just look at the vision difference. This is what Japan sees. That's what Japan sees. That's what Spain sees. Huge divergence of how they've gone about their business and scouting. We do see 2 llamas in the middle shrine already. These llamas could get pulled back onto a sugar shrine later on if he wants to. 8 llamas being pulled back to the base, nice and safe as well, not being lost. Gathering the berries and the cherries, looking pretty decent here. Dan going for 2 villagers here instead of maybe a play like Heavenly Cami or 300 Wood. I think Dan's expecting to be under some sort of pressure here from the Spanish players, so he's opting to go for the villagers instead of the Cami tech. Will Rohbrot still kind of play this in a kind of fast fortress stand Spain style? He does have that extra bit of XP to go. Could also get a church in transition. He's got 100 wood just sitting there, so you could get extra 50 wood and get the church nice and early in that second age. This guy's behind his base now with Fiesta the War Dog. Maybe just try to catch up. And is he just waiting for his dog to take the 6th blowgunner? No, you can just get into it now. Just get into hand in combat and get that one picked off there for the 40 food. Oh, 135 coin. Leave the food, get the coin. That is your priority, especially if you're going for the kind of governor age up there. You won't have to mine any coin. Why have you got 8 fields on coin? You only need that 100 coin. So you can get the 200 from the governor, then 700 from the shipment there. He looks like he's gone for a lot of mining there. Maybe he just wants to try to minimise his time hunting without hunting dogs. So when he does get the hunting dogs, he can switch them all back. But the walking time of 8 vills from here to there is actually somewhat significant. Checking back in with Dan. Dan actually does see the war dog and the explorer, so he might get a couple shots on the war dog and then poof off after it. Yeah, he's just getting out of there. He knows that he doesn't want to take any damage, and he wants to keep his explorers nice and alive and healthy. Bringing back all the llamas. Really defensive to Sugar Shrine, and I love this placement here from Dan. A lot of Japan players are like, oh yeah, this shrine, nice wall piece in front of your base. But this is versus Spain. You know, really aggressive, heavy infantry and siege. So he's just sitting back and just chilling behind and just making sure when the Falcons do push, they have to go through the town centre first before they get to the Sugar Shrine. $100 coin there for Dan. Very happy with that one. He does have the market though, so I'm expecting him to get some market text. He's getting constant transition. I think with this amount of coin in your bank, you could buy some wood just to get yourself an extra shrine or 2 down. He's going to go for a shrine on the left side. I think he's trying to move out here for a shrine on the right, but he may want to move in and try and scout, which, you know, at this level is very, very appreciative. Oh, I got the AZI working. It was like very, very nice. Oh, cheeky side outpost wagon here from Rohbrot. He's going down the long way, and actually this position here is low-key smart here from Rohbrot. He's got no clue where that Sugar Shrine is. Well, no, he does actually. Also, he has scouted it, so maybe he wants to try and get his outpost in this position, so when he does push, he's actually going to take on this Wander head on. Maybe that's his plan. Could have gone closer, actually. He could have dropped this behind in a position like this, but maybe he just wants to get it away from any hunts, so it's not going to get picked up. The 700 gold is being shipped. He's got a little bit extra food, so he could have tried to squeeze in there the church. I know he went market hunting dogs there, queuing up at 5:30, so he should be up around about 7:10. 7:10's my guess. I can't remember the actual slowish times. 2 villas moving forward to go for what has to be assumed to be a mid-map barracks. Wood being gathered up now. War Dog going to try and put some pressure on the Explorer, and the outpost actually seeing Explorer as well, so unfortunately that Explorer doesn't get picked off there from Rohbrot, and he's now kind of given his position away to the Japan player. The Japanese player knows what's going to hit his base very, very soon. Japan consulate racks down behind this. Let's look in with Dan, see who's up to. 5 clubmen, 5 Ashi. He's got 22 vills and 70 shrine pot behind this. Japan's eco is not looking that hot at the moment. Has got 600 wood into 300 exports, so maybe looking to go for mass club play and try and push that outpost before the Egypt's complete. He's certainly got a thin timing if he wants to try and do that. The 5 clubs are pushing out. I kind of want to see the Explorers in the action as well if you're going for this really aggressive play. There's a lot of HP on these guys to tank up, and they do actually some sort of damage. They're not absolutely useless in combat, and with some of their divine strikes can actually pick off quite a few. The War Dog here, very strong in hand combat. Looks like he's trying to micro down that one clubman, but should have gone for the nearest one. Ashes were soon in reinforcements and picked off that dog very quickly. Rohbrot here is panicking, he's making another dog, but that Explorer's just gone down. Dogs are trying to fight here. I suppose otherwise those dogs wouldn't have get up. They can may just about fight with H3 stats, but these dogs are a lot weaker compared to the H3 counterparts. Clubmen forming that front line. The dogs actually going down, but the Ashes have been picked off. 5 Musks versus just 2 Ashes. I think the Musketeers win that, but reinforcement Ashes very quickly here, and Dan will turn around another club batch. 300 export must have landed now from Daniel, so he should be able to spam out some more. But he's going to go for the military rickshaw, which I guess makes sense. I feel that the extra club pressure there could have actually really worked in his favour. Just driven home that advantage. Maybe gone for that second batch there instead of clubs being was it the Shinobi no Monos instead. Just those real strong short range archers, like basically archers with feel like they armed with a shotgun, high damage, and kind of overwhelm this little area and try and pick this off before those Falcons pop out. Spanish position at the moment doesn't actually feel that bad. 5 Musks coming out with the 2 Falconets. Yeah, the lack of the trading post here, or the church. I'm surprised there's no church here from the Spanish player. The church would have assisted in that shipment progression. Really looking forward to see a 5 Lancer shipment coming behind this, and this 1 shrine coming down will provide the XP for that 5 Lancer shipment behind. Ashigara is moving forward. Will they get a couple vills? 25, yeah, 7 of them will do. 175. Yeah, they'll pick off the settlers easily. Yeah, that's gonna be a definite one hit kill, or one shot kill, should I say? Musk's behind here for the Japan player. Spain looking fine. He's now putting pressure on the Sugar Shrine. Whatever happens, certainly do not lose the llamas. You can move away from the shrine as the shrine is about to go down, and then you can put them over here onto another shrine. Some again more hunt behind the base, and oh, that's a nice shot there. A lot of splash damage, a lot of Ashes, very low HP there. Clubs moving forward. They're kind of in that want to take that front line role. Nagi's going to try and get into the Musk, but you know, most of this is just Musketeer line here for Rohbrot. No Musketeer combats, though, veteran Musketeers. I think it's really going to hurt the Spanish playstyle behind it. Nagi's just getting basically eaten by Hussar Musketeers. Ashes behind. Gonna try and focus down. We do see the Minutemen coming out, sentries and rifles, just trying to jump onto that Falconet, but the Spanish player holding on, and that was an incredible fight there from Spain. Spain is really just going all in, nice and deep onto that falconet, and you can see how this falconet is out of range of the town centre, but putting pressure on the military and the Teshuga shrine, and that's what Dan would really wanted to avoid, having his shrine somewhat defensive. And now looking back on this game, we could argue, could he not put it behind the town centre? It's one of the things I do as Dutch playing this matchup. I always have all my backs behind the town centre. It's just that Spanish Falc's just too strong, and it's just Lancer, Huss, Musketeer, drag box, Z move across, just watching Japan crumble away at this position here. The momentum that the Spanish players got, 26 vills, most of them are walking around, got a bit of coin, bit of this, and just it's interesting to see like the decision to not upgrade to vet musketeers, but just spending all those resources incoming onto just units in general. Does have the war dogs as well. Lance is finally coming out to try and track these down and get the snare off. And Slade Table here pulling back those Radiant Ashigaris. Not too sure how many got off, but 4 Lancers on the flank here will certainly keep these guys snared. Musketeers will certainly come in close and eat them all up for breakfast, and that's the Japan mass pretty much gone at this moment in time. Military populations here, 33-7 looks like. Clearly Spain favoured, and 5 units now being sent here from Dan, wanting to get some sort of units out, but unfortunately, with veteran Lancers on the field, Yumis will probably get 2-shotted here. I can't remember the HP for Yumi Archer. I'm going to say it's around about 150, 110. I think Lancers will 2-shot them. It feels only natural if that's the case. Maggie comes to block. Vills come to block, protect the Lancers, the Musketeers, but it's not really going to be the case. Yumi Archer's 100 HP, so yeah, Lancers will 2-shot. We do see 1 Lancer coming around. 1 shot. Oh, it doesn't actually get the second shot off because it doesn't get picked off, but villagers are now going down to the Musketeers. Cavalry at the back line just picking off any more reinforcements. And just, yeah, this has been a bit of a brutal game here from Dan's point of view. Rohbrot just showing us why he is an exceptional player with the Spanish civilization. Why he's a main Spain player, let's say. All aboard the Spain pain train, as we used to say at the New World Championships. And this game's looking pretty dire here for Japan. What can he do? Does have 5 Yumi. Does have Daimyo, but I suppose versus Musk. Musk Huss Daimyo doesn't really work too well. Doesn't have CM in his deck. 1 club coming out. 5 Ashes. Got to work a miracle, but his dogs, 22 hand attack, 190 HP will certainly be a very... should be enough to oversee the destruction of these Ashigaris. That Townsend's under pressure. All villagers idled. And... yeah, Spain surely has won this game now. This is idlest long. Oh yeah, there's a GG there as well. Okay, cool. So yeah, game 2 is 1 apiece. Rohbrot winning that one, and I guess it's just that fight over the over the Falconets, and yeah, that was one-sided, you can say. This is the classic trying to go all in on the Falconets, and it just not quite working out. And the thing is, sometimes you can get away with that if it's like Skirm Goon, because the actual damage that the skirmishers do versus not their counter unit is not exactly that high, but Musketeers do high damage versus anything in range, and all of Daniel's forces went in range at the moment, and a wise H2O said that sometimes a Vil pool is what you need as Japan to survive timings, and maybe the villagers could have been used to hold on there versus Spain. So surely once that Falconet got got taken out there, would have been enough to hold on, but Rohbrot showing that Spain can be played on a 0 TP map, and takes the game here off Daniel. I do have the 3rd game is with me right now, so let's get that downloaded, and we'll move on with the show. Oh, I can press nice delete on all these autosave player disconnects that can get deleted. They can get deleted. Yoruba clone wreck, that can get deleted, that's way too old. Just date modified, it's always old recorded games, which are now longer which are basically all now broken as a result of the latest patch. They can get deleted. That should be a nice clean. What? Cancel that. Oh no, what's going on here? Okay, MATLAB just decided to send me an error message. Hopefully we'll find good to go. Right, let's get that next game going. Right, we're into the third game here between these two players. The map is Punjab, and I'm just looking at Rohbrot's locked view. Probably doesn't always work, so I'll just take that off. Rohbrot now switching up, playing in the green colour. He's now playing as the Germans, spawning to the west side of Punjab with Dan playing as the French, spawning to the eastern side in the colour red. So if anybody here is red, green, blind, I'm very, very sorry. There's really not much I can do. Blame these players. So if I do friend or foe colours, which do work every time I switch player, the colours switch around, which is not really ideal, is it? So we'll leave that off for the time being. Both players here fighting for yak control mid-map. We do see the Grove Rickshaw here from Rohbrot just deleting the Buffalo. Was that delete there from Rohbrot? It was actually a Daniel delete. It might actually be a Daniel delete. Would make sense in this situation. No, Dan's trying to keep hold of his water buffaloes, actually. If he really wants to delete them, these are the buffaloes he wants to delete. I think that's just Rohbrot being lazy. That's just a classic Rohbrot lazy delete, actually. Okay, Dan has deleted these in the end. Saying, okay, if I can't have them, you certainly can. So he's going to protect his native scout. But nice and early on. I was going to... it's a Rohbrot delete. All the yaks has been deleted. All the water buffaloes deleted. I don't know, for me, that's just a sign of laziness there from Rohbrot. So I feel that you know where the French scout is, you know where the French explorer is from the trading post icon there. You have an idea where the units are, and just to delete the water buffalo there instead of march around the edge of the map, even providing scouting for you, you could just have the what is it? You can have the line of sight off. You can have this Grove Rickshaw scout this area here, scout that, and have the rest behind, picked up by the water buffaloes. It walks back around, but yeah, those water buffaloes going to decay to nothing. Was Rohbrot seriously taking a wounded tiger? Tiger treasures are very, very bad. One of the worst treasure guardians in the game. Only have a 1.2 multiplier versus guardians. It's really awkward to have as a guardian. I'm sure he'll walk past there, but his it's gone for a bit of an interesting pattern here. I'm not really liking just this whole opening here from the German player. 100 foot right outside his base, being taken by the French player. Under no contestation there. Contestation? Contestation? I think contestation is the word there, but it sounds weird. I don't know. English people's English is very poor usually. Don't hate on me. There's the 80 wood treasure. Sometimes you do see the wood treasure guarded in those like big boxes. There it is. Certainly I'm calling it the big box here. An 80 wood treasure mid-map as well, and the French player knows this. The thing is, Dan, he just doesn't quite know where the German explorer is, because he's expecting him to be around somewhere, but he doesn't quite know. I suppose he actually does have vision up here on his treasure, so if he was being very due diligence, he could actually check that this is the treasure that Rohbrot's taken, which would mean that the French player has the time and the kind of the rights to go for the treasure mid-map, because he knows where the German explorer is. But so yeah, Axel the Tame Tiger, where is he? There he is. Classic keeping the explorer company. 14 with a 1.2 multiplier. Yeah, it's not great. Sometimes you hope for like treasure guards with a 3 multiplier, like the lizard, like Honcho used to be, and the grizzly bear. That used to be a 3 times. That was quite funny. 80 coin here for the German player. It's, yeah, it will get used, but he's getting placemines now. He's on the wrong side of the map for his trading post. He's only got 71 HP. He's be down here. Dan knows about this. He's probably going to sit mid-map with his explorer. He's Crackshot one of the Tigers. He's just waiting around, just chilling. He's also low HP though. It's a bit too low. Oh, where's this scout gun? I think he's just going to try and just sit forward to see, you know, villagers on the gold mine. Quite a lot of times, settler wagons, they build stable. So here, if the settler wagons are on the stable, probably looking at the stable here, house there is probably what I'm guessing the building placement there from Rohbrot. So it's actually a real smart placement there for the scout, but he's actually going to come across the explorer unintentionally, but it's actually going to work out really well for him because he actually put pressure. Yeah, Dan, go for it. Oh, I don't think he would have killed the explorer, but just any sort of delay works so well in favour of the German player there. And oh, Dan aging up there. 13 vil age up here from Dan. Very nice. Market Dan transition. These guys have their hunting dogs. Place the mines. There's a 400 wood being gathered. Stable being dropped 2 vils behind. And yeah, stable 2 houses to play. Okay, settler wagons on the further gold mine. A bit of an interesting one. He's actually building houses with his villagers instead of a settler wagon. Certainly build your houses with settler wagons here just to kind of protect the gold mine, and also settler wagons build 3 times as fast compared to villagers, which they only build obviously 1 time. But you know, 2 villagers will build slower than 1 settler wagon by quite a distance. So maybe a little minor economic consideration Rohbrot could use in the future. There's the 3 settler wagon shipments, and afterwards wow, he hasn't got the XP for another shipment at the moment, so no 700 wood, no 700 gold incoming at the moment. 2 Ulans coming out, 1 Ulan in queue. Looks like he'll get a batch of 4 Ulans. I don't think he'll get a batch of 5 here. He could sell actually food to get a batch of 5, but then he'll be housed. Oh, he's just clutched a 5 population treasure. That's actually crucial. That should get him the 5th. But I said that should give him his 5th Ulan there from the batch, but he managed to get 3 out there from the stable. So 5 Ulans on the field. Only 3 Huss here from Dan. That's a bit curious. He's gone really early with the Huss batch. Now, you know, looking back at his position, I think the French player here would have preferred to have delayed his Hussar batch to ensure a full 5 Hussars out in the field. You see, if he's got these 3 Hussars, he is not confident pushing out at all. He's just basically got these Hussars and waiting for another batch. But his next batch here behind, which is going to be a 4 Hussar batch, it will be close to a 5, but needs to get his villager in queue behind. Now, pushing out 7 Hussars. Let's see what Rohbrot's up to. What he is packing up to 5 Ulans, and that's just 2 plus 3. 1 Ulan in queue from the stable. He's selling 700 gold here instead of 700 wood. He needs another house, so he needs to buy at the market if he wants to complete the batch. He may just cancel this Ulan, to be honest, for more villager space. He might then put off these settler wagons onto the food. Yeah, I think these 3 settler wagons on food as well just shows he wants to go for a really fast age up here, but I'm not really too sure that's the play versus France. Just the 3 settler wagons, 700 wood, 700 gold. Something special about the build order and how it works. They call it the semi-FF, and it's claimed many a victim. But at the moment, this feels it's just a really awkward position that the German player's in, just critically housed, having to buy at the market there for the wood for the house. And we'll get the coin to get the age up in, so age up at 710, which is, it isn't actually that fast as well. It's could have been faster, but you know, it doesn't really matter. He's now getting up to that position where Danny's now sent 700 4 700 wood, 700 coin, and aging up behind soon after. Yes, he will age up, you know, later behind, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. Look at this fight here. 12 Hussars on the field in total with a full 5 reinforcing. Rohbrot's only got 8 Ulans, and it doesn't take a genius to work out that 12 Hussars will beat 8 Ulans quite comfortably. Actually getting a nice engagement here, just engaging 4 Ulans there with 5 Hussars in the formation. One settler wagon may go down. He may chase that one. He does actually get the kill there, so and now he's actually made sure that the Ulans actually committed to the fight. Bit of path around the gold mine, bit of micro to get him back in, but this fight's going drastically in favour of Germany. Big batch of Uhlans coming out, but this is a trade I think Dan's happy to make, trading off his Colonial Uhlans with Colonial Hussars. So we want the Fortress 8 hits, he can goes in, but actually, even the 5 Uhlans there are not even enough to win this fight, and Dan crushes that fight. 9 Hussars still standing with tempo behind this. Rohbrot is into the next stage behind us, but he has to go 3 War Wagons first card. No other options here. 9 Uhlans won't work. Doesn't have any wood upgrades to vet Uhlans behind us, and he's just lost his H2 Uhlan mass behind. All villagers idled, and this is a game-winning position here from Dan this early in the game. Sometimes you never want to say this, but if I was playing here as Rohbrot, this would feel certainly exceptionally awkward. Having just all the villagers idled as well, waiting for the war wagons coming out. A bit of power finishes as well, trying to keep Dan interested, but Dan knows his timings. He's just backing out, and there's the war wagons. Dan is running away, but it's okay. He'll come back another day. There's the age up in queue. And looking back in his base, 1 racks, 1 stable. Does have steel traps placed in mine, so basically a bit more wood. I'm sure he'll just go for 3 houses here and just go skirm goon batches on these racks and stable. Could go second racks really, and train 5 goons, send 5 goon card number 1. I think that could be a play there from French. Yeah, skirm goon. He's going to send skirmishers first here. But I suppose he has seen that there's war wagons on the field. He's got Hussars here to protect from any Uhlans as well. So that makes some good play, but I'd certainly want him to focus the Dragoon batch more than the Skirm batch here. But I'm sure he'll get all the resources in time, so it won't really matter. Still 50 coin in base, 40 wood in base. Hussars sneaking in for a second raid here on these villagers. Just want to look at these villas actually. Quite a few of them actually on low HP. There's one set of wagon on about half HP there. Villagers looking pretty strong. Another batch of 3 war wagons there. Hussars will get out, but that's a very useful scouting information there for the French player. Training war wagons does suggest that skirmishers are being sent, and that is what's being sent there from Rohbrot behind. Meanwhile, Dragoons actually catching out to the Hussar, the Uhlans there out of position. Just trying to work their way through. Oh no, don't go into melee mode versus war wagons. That's not what you want. I think he's just trying to keep them snared there for the skirms. Oh, he's keeping them snared for the skirms. Actually, that's a play and a half there by Dan. I take my hat off there for you. In terms of damage here, you certainly want your Dragoons in range mode versus the war wagons because they have their melee resist. But he knew that he had the skirmishers on the way, and he wanted to keep his war wagons pinned to that location. So yeah, tactical play there by Dan. Another bit of nice macro there. Probably gets himself an extra war wagon where he probably could have only got 1 originally. I see that Frat Hazard in the chat has said that he is Breeze himself, but I also see Breeze himself in the chat as well. So we got our double Breeze syndrome in the chat. So maybe he's talking to himself. Maybe we have an imposter among ourselves in the ranks. I'll let you guys in the chat find out and dissect who is who and have fun with that. Another batch of war wagons. Is this like a give you anxiety type player playing Germany? GUA loves to send 8 skirms, 7 skirm, 12 Jaegers as his build order. Rohbrot here going for the 9 Uhlans. Cancel that though. I think he realised he's really housed at the moment. Really struggling to get those units out. He's actually going to go for 7 skirm behind. So doing the GUA build order. Meanwhile, Dan's just chilling back, another house. I see his ideas. He's going for this Cure switch now. So he's going to try. Looks like he's going to try and go for a full batch of 5 here. 13 goons, 25 skirms. He's got enough skirms here to dominate the skirm wall for the time being. Put pressure on the war wagons. But it's just really this guy, the 3 combo mix that French do so well. Just the 2 units, you can kind of work with it, but when they have the cuirassiers as well on top of the goons and skirms, quite hard to deal with at that moment in time. There's 3 cuirassiers, and he's actually taken down a 65 coin treasure, which, you know, I don't know about that because it does give if Rohbrot was looking, he would see how fast those treasure gardens have gone down. So he knows that the French army is here. He knows that the explorer is here. He knows that the French forces are in this area. So he's going to keep them down to the south. He's hyper aware of it's nearby. So he might move forward with skirms, looking to prod, and yeah, prod he may do, or may be forced to do in a second, because here comes a couple of French units, and that's a lot of skirms there from France. Germany has to pull back, run away, and there's the dragoons as well. The war wagons, they don't want to engage that really versus goon skirm. War wagons not efficient versus skirm goon wars. Skirm's going to take a good engagement here. And there's the cuirassiers. War wagons, do they stand still to save the skirms, or do they move forward? Cuirassiers, I think they just need to bide their time and wait until the skirm goon just start to rip through the war wagons, because they will win that fight. 2 war wagons gone down, a third as well. That's just a nice pot shot there as well behind. Taking off the fog of war here, we do see German player behind this. His resources behind. He's not really training anything. Hussars in the raid. I think a couple of villas went down there, pulling back the Uhlans. They are colonial Uhlans. Oh no, the coin mines run out at the worst possible time here for Rohbrot. And Dan knows this, he sees it, he's just stamping his authority. Greatcoats has been researched, but these villages, if it's not gathering, as good as dead, unfortunately. And the coin income, with no coin income, Germany just basically falls off a cliff. 9 Uhlans being sent, but they're colonial Minutemen being called. 1 war wagon in Cuba. He's currently housed as well. Minutemen added to that housing issue. And Dan's just putting back. He's just like, okay, I've caused a little bit of havoc. I'm just going to regroup myself. I'm expecting to see another big batch of cuirassiers. There's 3, there's 5 skirm cuirassier coming in. He's actually got a second batch as well, so it's 10 of his heavy cavalry units, which is good to see. You may want to go cav combat next, actually. That's an idea. Yeah, cav combat cuirassiers will just destroy all of this good stuff here. I love how this Z move player here from Rohbrot actually drags and pull tricks the skirms and war wagons into the fight. The Uhlans being a little bit faster than all these other units. The Uhlans going really deep into the skirm line. They're going to get quickly torn apart by goon cuirassier, but there's a lot of wagons behind here from Rohbrot behind, and it's not actually the easiest units to deal with from the French player, because he's invested into the cuirassiers. He hasn't really added to his skirm line for a while. 6 skirms here for Rohbrot, down up to 20 skirms, but yeah, 20 versus 6 in the war wagons. This is fine. Cuirassiers just sitting, waiting their time. He's going for another reinforcements, sending the falconets, but he doesn't really need to, and a mass delete there. Looks like the COVID pandemic has claimed some more victims, and they will fall over to a mystery illness known as the delete button. And Dan picks up the next game. That's very good. It just fell apart there for Rohbrot in H2. I don't like the 3 settler wagon 700 gold play. I like the kind of 3 settler wagon 700 wood, no units trained. That kind of has some merit to it, because you have the infrastructure to kind of play around. You're not housed, you're not feeling awkward. But the 700 gold, you get the gold, but you don't have the food to do it. If you don't train your units, you get pressured by other cav players. It's a bit of a mess. But I think like the 700 wood, 700 gold after the 3 settler wagons is always very consistent. You're always going to get that military present. You're always going to have some sort of map control, having the cav doubts with your opponent, and we get to age up with units to upgrade. Rohbrot, when he aged up, all those Uhlans went down, and the game felt very much in favour of Dan at that moment in time, and it was seemed to be proven true as the game went on. He just closed it out with a nice engagement at the end there. Yeah, 29 down to 26 as well, so he lost a setback and a villager, not training the Ville as he aged up, needs to mass. And the CDBs here working a little bit more efficiently than the German settlers. And the economy looking good there for the French player, so well played. Move on to game number 4. Can I see if I can get a live casted game here today? Please, pretty please, would be fun if it was possible. Nope, I definitely don't want to see a 45-minute game on Punjab. Are they in the lobby? Doesn't look like it. So let me check my Discord for the next, if there is another recorded game. Right, got next. The fourth game. Let's move this to the. Oh, cut that one. Save game. EPO. I've just realised that you guys in the stream would be like, oh yeah, Harrison's been listening to Stronghold music, but the guys watching YouTube at a later point would go, oh my god, why is randy stop music playing now? Would be a bit like what on earth's going on. Would be quite funny. Alright, we got next recorded game, let's crack on. Someone send me a ding on Discord. Sensei, it was a glorious meal. Thank you for asking and checking up on me. Right, guys, we're into game number 4 of this series. Let me just check something else out. And yes, game number 4 is on Colorado. In the ESOC Premier League, we have a Civ reset. And so it looks like players get to play their 3 strongest Civs instead of trying to maximise their winning potential with winning Civs or playing all 5 Civs and showing off their Civ diversity. We see Dan playing as the French again. We see Rohbrot playing as the Spanish Civ again. Certainly strong civilizations. I'd say Spain stronger than France at the moment in the current meta. In this matchup, though, it somewhat balances out. It's always been a little bit French favoured, but maybe that's just me remembering it from the RE days. And since then, Spain has ate its vegetables, it's grown its muscles, and it's become a beast of a civilization since. The map is Colorado, and it looks like Rohbrot's gone for an early market here instead. Rohbrot 20 coins. Did he get an extra? No, he hasn't got any of extra treasure. Oh, he got 40 wood. That makes sense. That explains the market. 10 wood being chopped. There's the hunting dog's going to be research behind this. He has mined 20 coin as well. So the macro here from Rohbrot's been looking pretty good actually here from his point of view. So, you know, fair play for him in that opening so far. And yeah, it's been looking pretty decently. We do see Buck the Tame Wolf, the Explorer, and the Explorer getting on the French snare in action. The expansion works needs to really fight micro this one, try and keep ahead, make sure the French players don't get away. If anything, it's actually the War Dog. It's going to break this. And actually, the War Dog's actually got in the way of the Explorer, and the Explorer's run away. The pull trick has worked, but there's no way that Explorer's dropping anything cheeky in the transition. But he's playing as France. He's already got his train post down in age 1. So yeah, if that Explorer goes down, it's not really the end of the world. Should let the War Dog take the action here. Get a Buck out of the way. War Dog's going to do more damage here. And one more shot. Explorer's down. Rohbrot microing us down. And I would, if this was a quick search match, I'd say, you know, chasing down the opponent's Explorer like this is a little bit BM. But it's a tournament game, and Dan must feel so annoyed now that that's the situation he's found himself in. It's just really awkward that you have no Explorer, no treasure gathering, no extra resources in transition, and no way to contest other treasures. Like now, Rohbrot's not even having to micro, just take the treasure down, pick up the native Guardian, and that's easy for him. And this just gives him the map presence and control so early in the game. We may just see Rohbrot just shove his outpost forward mid-map, go for the fast edge-up as he did last game, and just basically played his strengths. 15 field age up here, a little bit of idle time here from the Spanish player. I don't think it'll be too much. I think in the end the hunting dogs will certainly help itself out, and idle time there about 8 seconds, maybe not 10 there. It's got a slightly different deck here compared to previous. He does have a deck including 7 Hussars, double Rod cards age 2, Rod combat age 3, no Cav combat as well, which is a little bit interesting, but I suppose versus France, yeah, Skirm Goon, strong Dragoons with Cav combat potential, but he doesn't want it. But Spanish Cav combat also boosts Spanish Dragoons as well, so I'm a bit curious to not see the Spanish cavalry combat in the deck here for Rohbrot, but I'm sure he knows best. A 95 wood, very nice. Actually, we'll get enough wood for a trading post in transition, which I think is what he's up to at the moment. He's going to try and work his way. He's next to a trading post here, so he should be able to secure this one. French Explorer is back up from his little break. Yeah, he's going to pull off. So he's got the 200 wood. And that there's going to be trading post time, but I don't know where Rohbrot's going. He's going home TP. Yeah, I think that works out, actually. Yeah, he may lose a pass or two, but it secures the longevity of this trading post throughout the entire game. And probably works out in his favour. He will on it. Oh, hit the wrong button there. Oh, that's better. That's normal speed. he will come across 90 wood treasure as well. It's actually quite useful. Nuka Clubman does see the trading post. Obviously, that's been down for a long time. I don't know why he's trying to siege that. Does have 14 siege, and the Explorer can't really take it on if he's only got 100 HP. So if this goes down, that'd be insane, but even then, you might just bring out a CDB to try and protect that trading post. Yes, Spanish Revolt is a possibility, but Spanish Revolt into Chilean Death Hussars haven't really been meta at all. I want to say that they have potential. It's not the end of the world here for Spain with the kind of that Chilean Revolt. I think it has potential. The Hussars are strong. They are, I think they're like lower HP but higher attack, like a guard HP but Imperial plus attack. So it's certainly a decent unit for them. But by that time, most other civilizations have very strong anti-cavalry options. So maybe, you know, Peruvian Death Hussars could be a nice way to play against USA. But then again, if you're going to revolt, you might as well just go Argentina for the time being, even with the heavy cavalry tag added. Those Granadaras are certainly really tough to deal with. We have a cougar, we have a wolf now, a dog, and explorer. It's like a little petting zoo, this is. But yeah, a lot of treasures here gathered up by a Rohbrot. He's actually done really well so far in this situation. Getting in the 700 wood gun, 5 villagers pivot card here, maybe a 7 Rodolero cheeky pivot shipment here could actually be quite nice. 7 rods is a very strong shipment in terms of kind of the military and tempo it provides, but the 5 villas is certainly not a bad eco card to go with it. French Explorer thinks he can get in on the action here. It's 120 XP, and if Rohbrot's going Spanish gold, then that's a lot of extra eco. I don't think Rohbrot's looking at this. This is going to be close. French has got it. The Frenchman has got this XP, but he will lose Explorer, so it's yeah, not great, but it's not the end of the world here for thing. And the cougar with his I mean, they're all fast and explore anyway, so it's going to go down. Doesn't really matter, but yeah, Rohbrot just taking his eye off the prize there a little bit. Outpost mid-map, barracks middle map. Same build orders before, really, and just kind of playing his own game, it seems. French player here going for Musketeer semi. Yeah, 5 Musket semi here. I like how it's only the 5 and not going for 10 or 15 as maybe more standard build orders may kind of imply. He's not really going to have enough to do with a trading post. He's not going to want to try and engage with a tower. He's certainly not going to be able to deal with the Explorer 5 War Dogs and 5 Musks. But he will have enough to protect this trading post. 5 rods coming down to the southern side to try and put pressure on his trading post, but the Musks here should be enough to kind of hold on to that position and survive. Back in a second, got to check something. Lol. Got a text message. My dad was in the sun house in the garden going, "Oi, turn off the bathroom lights." Well, so he must have been on for like an hour plus now. Oh well. What's happened in this game? Let's have a look. Dan has aged up here. Going Skirm can open in 5 musketeers on the field. Does have defensive rack stable. He's got his nice building position again. I keep talking about it from Dan's point of view. He's kind of aware of how Spain wants to play, but versus Rohbrot here, he's gone Spanish Gold 1k wood. This build order is incredibly strong at the moment. I still feel that if you're going for this like Spanish Gold play, just a second trading post or a church, just adding on, it pays off so much. That extra bit of XP, that bit of extra tempo, that little bit of extra gold, that little bit of extra speed of gathering that gold, all adds up, and we're going to see probably double racks skirm rods with Lancers, shipments and falcons. Not real too much investment into Lancers though, playstyle. And the French player here, I have seen Crassier Musketeer work decently well versus skirm rods with falcon support, but looks like down here going to go for kind of a skirm goon type play. Maybe going to try and go for that mobility. But you've got to be very careful because just it's one of those things that the Rodaleros just keep charging in, keep moving in, and once they get that Z move off, can cause a lot of damage. Crassier's not really great versus Rodaleros as well. Rodaleros having a massive 40% on that melee resist, a very strong unit. I used to think as a kid when I used to play this game that Rodaleros are pretty poor, but how they function as an individual unit in a well-rounded army is something else. 2 Falcons charging across. I think Dan has realised that Rohbrot's going for the Spanish Gold 1k wood build. Wants to try and punish this greed a little bit. He's still going to move in and put pressure on the outpost, but those Falconets will come out. Maybe from the town centre. Is oh, Rohbrot going for an artillery foundry. That's interesting. That's really interesting. I thought we'd go for like a double rack standard play, get 200 wood to upgrade the Rodaleros to vet Rodaleros and kind of go skirm rod, but going for a second artillery foundry here. Oh, Dan's seen this. This is huge. Dan has seen this. This is artillery foundry as Spain is not standard play, so he must be anticipating more artillery being trained there from Spain. Spain, they do not get grenadiers. Rodaleros on top of the Falconets as well. Falconets unpacking. The Falconets do turn around and trade off 1 for 1, but Rodaleros on top of the Falconets as well. Skirm's going to get a second volley, and Rohbrot's won that war Falconet fight 2-1. The skirmishers are intact as well. The Dragoons are basically running for it at the moment. And yeah, Rohbrot's training some more Falconets behind this with Spanish Gold, assisting on that production of train capacity. 4 Hussars just chilling in the back line. They weren't even in the fight. Dragoons chasing in, will get picked off mid-map. 3 Falconets now, 4 Hussars, and a whole host of skirm. A couple of rods there, 9 rods incoming, 5 being trained behind. Oh, this push here from Rohbrot's looking very, very scary very quickly. This will be a CDB pull, I think, here for Dan to hold on if he wants to. Has he got enough units here? The skirm goon, not too sure. He's trained Crassiers versus this. I suppose he hasn't seen too many Rodaleros, but Rohbrot's anticipating a potential cavalry play to protect. Oh, he's gone for the pullback switch micro, liking that one a lot. He is drag moving the army, but you see how he's trying to move back the army behind, and sometimes it actually launches the Falconet forward, so it's a nice little bit of play there. But it looks like Rohbrot's playing on the trackpad, actually, just how everything's been dragged together. The Falconets are keeping up now. The Queemar's been pulled off. There's the Crassiers. Let's ride with Rohbrot in the moment on the field. He's got 21 Rodaleros. Look at the Rodalero train coming behind. It is literally a follow the leader game. We do see Rods and Falconets try and pick off volleys. CDBs, they're hunting, but this might be a time for them to get in. And these guys, they only take 100 damage by a Falconet. They do not get that infantry multiplier versus them that the skirms and musketeers will suffer from. Minutemen, a possibility here from Daniel. Let's ride with him. 3 Crassiers been sent. We do have Crassier in queue behind here for himself. There's a couple of skirmishes being tried, and there's a Vilpool. Vilpool is in, but the Crassier timing here a little bit off. He's He's going to go for the range attack, but he just needs to dive in onto the Falcons and start punching them down as much as possible. But there's 2 Falcons still alive. Get some decent engagements, but the Rodaleros, they're slippery little guys there. They're going to run right through the Spain army and engage on the Cuirassiers. There's your shipment. Actually, the Cuirassiers on the front line are going to get a really good engagement on the skirms. Dragoons working well. The Falconets are all down behind this, but is that enough? The Rodaleros still working on the CDBs. Rohbrot again not upgrading his Rodaleros to veteran Rodaleros. He didn't upgrade to veteran musketeers in that other game. He's just spamming units in. Look at this macro here from Rohbrot. He needs to spend his resources. 1,000 gold stored up. He's got 500 food as well. There's a Spanish gold, so he could get another Falcon queue. Got some War Dogs coming in. Needs to get some more skirm rods behind. Does have the market, so you could buy an extra batch of wood for a second barracks. That would be a very good move there from the time being. 15 villagers still on the gold mine at the moment. Lancer guard being shipped behind. Goons just being kept out of the way for safety here for Dan. He can't really engage with the goons with his skirm, and just everything is being honored here from Dan at the moment. His point of view, there's it's a 7 skirm shipment as well. 7 skirm and CDB. These guys, they don't have their Oh, he's got blunderbuss with these villagers as well. He's actually got blunderbuss to try and help out. 16 range attack, 11 attack with each of these villagers to try and hold on. But Rohbrot's in and out as quick as the wind. And I'm sure once he actually goes through and spends his resources, he'll be in a mighty fine position to carry on. Preparado. 5 Lancers coming in. All I see is skirms and CDB. This is Lancer territory right here. It does have a skirm goon, 28 villagers. The economy here itself isn't too bad. We just, don't think it's got enough tempo now to get on to that kind of same military level that the Spanish player is going to be on. Let's look at Rohbrot's point of view. We look at the was it ASUI? There you go, double military population here. It's just brutally in favour. And so we've changed the colours as well, possibly. I can't remember. But now Rohbrot's in blue. I'll get that one for the next game. Sorry, I'll remember that one. 4 Falcons, 19 rods. Where's the upgrade here for Rohbrot? Does he not know it's 20% HP and attack? Does he not know that these guys turn from, little guys playing Dungeons and Dragons to absolutely death-wielding swordsmen? It's just such a meme watching this drag box. In it comes round 2, 4 Falc, 25 Rodaleros. Don't have any cavalry. They're gonna get cut down. This TC's going. The CB's going to the back gold mine, and yeah, that town centre is going down very quickly. Bam! Oh, Spain is just too insane, too OP. Looks like, and I need to reset my game for soundbug. Because I also get soundbug recently watching recorded games. Seems like it might be a me thing. I don't know. Another DE thing. Town centre going down, and Falconets are reloading their shots for the villagers. Oh, they turn up the skirms. Only 1 skirm goes down, but the Falcons know where they want to go next. Target acquired, and bam! 4 skirms go down that volley. 5, there's 6, 7, 8. All the skirms has been blown away there by the Falconets, and even the Dragoon's going to get a bit on the action there. Just 3 cannonballs rolling over this Dragoon player. The GG has been called there from Dan. It's 2 apiece in this series between Daniel and Rohbrot, and it's somewhat surprising, but it's also not surprising. Daniel looking supreme in his games where Rohbrot's not playing Spain, where Rohbrot played Spain, the main squeeze. He's on that another level. Either Rohbrot's a god or Spain is very strong at the moment. I think it's both. And that looks simple. I don't know about you, but that just looks simple. It's just like a kind of a game plan, a build order, a strategy, and a method of going about his business. That extra artillery foundry is such a big brain play. It works so well with the Spanish gold shipment that quite often we see people massing skirm rod, just endlessly skirm rod. But the extra Falconets really forced the engagement there from Dan. Dan was forced to take a fight. Dan was forced to send his Cuirassiers onto Rodaleros, and that's where the issues in that game really arose. So yeah, fair play for that one there. just a remaster there of the. That's insane. That's just the 4 Falcons. He did have a lot of resources to spend. We did comment as it was pushing with like 500 food, 1k gold to spare, and you could see that in the resources being in the reinforcements. Just the splash gold working so well. Well, that was just on a single train post as well. Look at the XP, actually really close in the end, but the shipments, because Spain have cheaper cost of their shipments, always about 2 shipments ahead, so always have the extra gold on the floor. Splash gold was card number 1, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's about 2,200 gold there from splash gold. There's a lot of eco there from that one shipment, and certainly has a big impact as the game goes on. Let's see if I've got a final game. Might have, if it hasn't been dropped in just yet, I might gonna get restart for the sound bug. Don't see a quarter game just yet, so I'm gonna have a quick cheeky little restart. Oh, there it is. There is round cube. I have just exited it, so let's just get this one going as fast as possible while I download that. Yeah, get that one going. Oh, keep that off. I gotta say, it was nice. I had a nice week away training. Really mentally tiring. Physically, it was very tiring, but mentally as well. Just kind of long days. Get up at 5:30 continuously. It's so funny how much more phys you do, or you know, how much harder you push yourself during kind of PT sessions when you have some PT instructor just yelling at you, saying you're shit. Like, oh, I'm not shit. I'll try harder. Train marksman now as well, so that's pretty decent. Handle weapon, that's quite nice. All in all, yeah, it was a good week. Got some nice pictures from it. I'm not gonna post it on stream, let's say, but let's say I look badass in some camo kit. Right, let's go on to our final game of this series, and this Play All 5 series. There we go, game 5. Let's do it. Oh, you're asking. I've been playing through the Crusader Extreme, but I've set myself the very small handicap of not using the kind of that kind of catapult rock fall ability, because I think that's actually kind of cheating. It's that strong, so I'm kind of playing through. But I tried to do the first mission without any of that kind of special abilities. I couldn't even do it. I was like, this is so impossible without calling extra help. But it's just such a laugh. So much fun that is. Right. Final game, Summer Sanguinate. We have Daniel playing as the Portuguese spawn to the eastern map in the colour blue, and we have Rohbrot playing as the British spawn to the western map in the colour green. I'm saying colour green, but let's get the AZY nice and early. So Rohbrot blue, study table now in the red colour. Rohbrot moving past 100 food treasure. Nice treasure. I think he made a turn back for that one. I can't check his crack shot ability. Yeah, now that my cursor's locked to the screen, he's declined a 50 coin in base. My Dutch heart is breaking seeing 50 coin being left, but he doesn't need the coin this early on this game. 90 food there, 100 food. Where's he off to? He's been at a train post. So going for early TP. Portuguese going for early TP as well. This is interesting play here from Dan. Going for the 10-10. He's going to be he's basically fully accepting the idle time he's going to receive here, and he's going to try and go for it. I'm not really too sure if Dan's going water. I'm not really too sure if this TP is the train post he really wants, because he may be able to protect that train post if he goes train post here, town centre here, and has like these ideas like maybe going dock here and fortifying with a dock on the island. Maybe. He's seen his 90 food treasures, so he's going to go and try and commit for this treasure here. Rohbrot's going for his own 100 food treasures, so both players accepting their own treasures. They don't see each other just yet. Oh, actually, Rohbrot does know where Dan is, but he's not going to leave his treasure. Especially as it's a rifleman. If he walks away, it's going to be 40 attack every shot, and that's going to be way too much to take on the kite out. So 90 food there for Dan. And let's look at Dan. Has he got the age up in queue? Yeah, he's nearly there. So it's going to be a bit of a hard time there, but 2 minutes and 5 seconds click up. He's going to be age up there with the quartermaster. Yeah, there we go. Schooner's card number 1. Portuguese deck is very heavy C. He's got a wall HP card in his deck. I feel instead of team improved walls, you might just have improved buildings, improve your outposts, improve your barracks, your town centres, those type of buildings. Like wall, you can just build an extra layer wall. It's a strong card, that. And the fact that it's a 200 HP for your team, that's insane. That's incredibly busted. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. We also see looking at that deck in particular. Do you see Whale Oil and Eco Theory? Not really too sure needing the both. Eco Theory does 10% on the whales, while Whale Oil only does 30%, but Eco Theory has 10% on the fish and all your villagers as well. Rendering Plant makes its appearance there. Has advanced dock, no team coastal defenses, triple ship shipment naval combat. Has team gunpowder infantry HP as well. No fort or Mamelukes. What's he missing in age 2? He's got a mill upgrade card as well. I suppose there's potential for the fish to run out on this map. There's our first dock coming down in transition with one villager building it. And all the other villagers on the trees, throwing down the house as well. But I'm sure you're going to get that town centre mid-map. And we'll see how this game progresses. But I think the British Civ here absolutely fine behind. His agent behind, he's just making manor houses himself. He's going to get a great boom off by himself on land. Looking at his deck, he does have a water deck here. 2 caravel, 1 frigate, 2 falcon. No naval combat. No offshore support, or is it European gunners? The British have a lot of navy upgrades. Does have triple musk, double cav. Does he really need to have double musk cards in his Portuguese play in this game? I'm not too sure both players will be going for like a musketeer wall. I think Portugal will try and go for Caçador walls or wars and dragoons. So I'm not too sure the musketeers really serve the purpose, but I suppose longbows don't have the siege that musks do. It's an interesting one. Hey, dock comes down mid map on the islands. There's the dock. Town centre here from Dan. It's a bit of an awkward position. It's not really covering much of the sea. It's like covering that. It's covering this. It's covering this section. It's not as much as it would have been if it was right in this section right here on the coast, where it would cover all that, and by that metric would probably secure this region and that region as well. So I would like to see that outpost tower a little bit forward. Well, there's the barracks coming down with 3 villagers, outposts on the water as well. Okay, so it looks like Dan actually having the town centre somewhat in range so that they can kind of cover each other. A wall coming down behind to try and kind of secure his own line, but this map spawn's a bit awkward. He's got double hunt forward. There's the moose hunt forward. He needs to herd this moose hunt in. He's only got 1 back moose hunt at all, and behind us he's out of hunt. I suppose though he only really needs the trees and maybe a mine, and let his fishing boats gather the food in this age. But yeah, a bit of an awkward position there in terms of buildings there for Daniel. Brem hoping to see advanced wars. I'm hoping to not see advanced wars. I like to go bed today. Well, at least today, not midnight plus. I wouldn't want a 2-hour long game. I've seen an hour-long game on this before. I nearly fell asleep. Did involve one person not necessarily resign when they should have done. Cough, cough, Bram boy, cough, cough. But yeah, should be a bit of fun. Manor house, barracks. Sort of pikemen coming out. Just pikemen on the train post. It's a bit interesting here. Don't often see the pikemen being produced as the British player. Not exactly much else to siege than just the wall and the train post. Maybe might try and get it onto the siege and the wall, get put pressure into the town centre afterwards. But he's 110 mana population here. More mana has been dropped down. These guys, no gang saw. He's got a market. He's getting hunting dogs now, but no gang saw. That's a criminal offence there by Rohbrot. Not having gang saws as a British player feels really, really awkward, but it's not too bad. Moose being herded in. Yeah, just Brit player mind his own business really at the end of the day. Not looking too bad. It does have the Virginia Company sent in, so going 3-vil Virginia Company, 700 wood, 600 wood. Has 600 gold here, so 5 villagers. So bit of an interesting one, to be honest. I think he's missing out on villager, extra villagers he could have. There is access to Cree settlements though, so Cree CDB and Cree Tannin I think are the key ones there. There's something else as well. So you've got Cree Tannin for the 5% HP, incredible tech, S tier tech that is. Cree Kinship, get to build your CDBs a bit faster, might be worth it. I don't know how long this tech takes to research. If it takes more than a minute, then it's certainly not worth it at all. And textile craftsmanship, they changed this. They used to be just building HP, now it's building costs. It's a bit of a mixed bag of food, wood, and coin. Yeah, a bit of a weird one that is. Fishing boats here from Dan. He's got a lot of fishing boats. He does have his gill nets. He's got rendering plants in already. He's up to 17 fishing boats. I would love to see that fishing boat cancelled and long lines being researched. I'm a massive fan of getting long lines in as soon as possible, like 10 fishing boats. It's so much more impact than training another 3 fishing boats in total. Like it's I can't even describe how much stronger it is. Rohbrot here pushing in 5 pike. He does have 15 musk on the field, 10 on that front line, 5 coming behind to reinforce. You see how Rohbrot's pushing right from the middle here. It's a little bit of a weak spot here between the 2 town centres, but I'm sure once villagers get in, they can put on some decent fire. Looks like Rohbrot here not actually going to try and follow up and take the trading line as well himself. He's just taking it off from Portugal and pushing onto the walls. Town centre though with no CM, not actually looking to be too much of a scary proposition here for the British player with heavy infantry. Just blast his way through 3 layers of walls, easy peasy. Hardly more villagers as a result. No intention here to go water and taking water control though. It's a little bit interesting here. Portugal is aging up behind this, but Rohbrot, he's actually sending in 6 musketeers. He's training musks. He's just sending units in, trickling into the town centre, and actually might actually get his rewards here. That town centre, it's too far away from the other town centre to really help. There's not enough villagers here in this town centre to really assist. There's 16 villagers in this town centre. This town centre is not cross-firing onto these musketeers anymore. This town centre is down to 3k HP. Does have Minutemen. Potentially, he's trying to go for the CM as well. He's sending CM, but he needs to call first tier minutes at least just to try and do something. These guys one-shot kill a musketeer, so you could get 6 Minutemen here and pick this off. Focus on the pikemen. Oh, TC Wagon! TC Wagon! Not like this! Oh my god, that town centre's going down, and so is that one. That's huge. I mean, I know Portugal's aging up, but that town centre's gone bye-bye. That town centre will also go down as well. CM will come in, but no CM batch being called here by Dan. He has the resources for a big batch. He's trying to hold on for a big batch, but the town centre goes down, and the villagers are exposed here. This is... Oh my god, this is I'm gobsmacked. This is huge. Rohbrot with some musketeer spam. Big batch Minutemen there from second town centre. No first tier Minutemen being called here from Dan. You gotta remember, big bash minutes. There's only 12 Minutemen. It's not 15 anymore. It's not a get yourself out of jail free card. And the fact that it's 400 food, 400 gold. Actually, it's like, well, the first tier is so cost efficient, so important. But he needed to get that out just to buy time. And maybe that TC wagon was there as a distraction to try and actually ensure a big batch out. But yeah, colonial militia has been sent. It's now down 2 town centres as a result. It's weird. The outpost is working its way on the coast. It doesn't really do much damage to any fishing boats. It's just annoying, I suppose. But more musketeers coming in now behind from Rohbrot. And what to do? He's just going to say musketeer HP, I guess. Not really going to do anything versus CM town centre. Probably better off sending off musketeer attack. And Rohbrot just playing Rohbrot getting the deed done. I think it's the best. I think it's the best thing I can say is Rohbrot is getting the deed done. Chasing the castles with some musketeers. Castles can't run and fire at the same time, so these musketeers should be able to close down and get some decent engagements. First tier Minutemen being picked off as well. Town centre down to 3,000 HP behind this. Dan, is he sending in organons? He's actually sending in the frigate. That's a smart play actually. The frigate should be able to land. The problem is the outpost here will actually pick off the frigate where it wants to sit and support. But Dan's down a lot of villages. He's only got 9 villages out in the field. I think he's got a few more in the towns than 6. He's got 19 villages in total. Castles do come out and pick off some musks, but they're very defensive barracks there. Reinforcements a little bit long, and the musketeers here. This town centre is going down as well. Those villages are exposed. More will go down. These guys who do not have their greatcoats. A bit of split fire here. Should pick off 3 villas. There's 2 going down. Castles coming in. Where's that frigate come down? Frigate's been dropped to the northern side, quite far away. Bit of path blocking between the islands, but he will get back to position. But that frigate should be on that coastal race to provide support and fire, maybe push back these musketeers. At the moment, he's just losing fields. He's losing castles. A 2 castle batch right into the heart of Rohbrot's army, and just a couple cav here from Rohbrot would be enough to really cause some major issues here for Dan. Villagers run into the frigate, maybe just chop wood on the islands. Like, is that what they're like kind of destined for? Just safeguarding on the islands away from musketeers. Another 3 villas going down. Musketeers have a field day on Saguenay here. There's the market coming down here. Let's look at study tables income. Yeah, a lot of food actually. Just one of those having a decent land eco, but a fish eco, sea eco, but the land's just falling apart. Only 1 production. Not really enough population space for 2 barracks as well. There's a frig coming in. But yeah, these caravels can move around. Be really annoying. Another shipment here from Portuguese. They don't actually have a shipment point, so you can't send anything. He does need to build a outpost or a town centre or something. The explorer's been revived. I think that's what the castles were looking for. And yes, a town centre will be rebuilt really deep on the coast though. He may want to try and wall that, wall this, and wall across, just to get himself some sort of breathing space so that the castles can some sort of protection away from the musketeers. I know they are 4.5 speed, but yeah, that his base at the moment is pretty open. No dock on the coast. Like when you send your 2 caravels, that's the opportunity to kind of cement a little beachhead. The outpost is very nice. Dock could have come up here unscouted, and could be very, very nice. Portugal, they just send 3 caravels here. Realistically, they've got nothing else to send. He wants the 3 caravels to really knock down his outpost, knock down the caravel, and that the frigate can then hold on to the coast here, protect the infantry. I think he also wants organ guns as well, or his houses as well. He's got quite a few houses built by the time his first town centre. I feel that, yeah, 4 houses over here is actually quite a lot. Yeah, I guess 2 is absolutely fine, but I think once the intention is going water, is just try and make every single building on the coast as much as possible. Is going to be part of your game plan there. War's going to be trying to get completed this position. Meanwhile, what's Rohbrot doing? He's got the artillery foundry down here. He's got double musk production. Is this going to be a Give Anxiety 7 Falk situation? It might well be, you know. Place of Mines has been researched. Gang saw research as well. And the outpost still standing. Be a bit of a nuisance. Dock trying to get built. Frigate will probably deny it though. Does have must combat. Does have 2 Falks. A log flume being researched now. Only 13 villagers here on the coin mine. You may want to increase that a little bit. Does have the... Oh, he's gone Culver in. Culver in to do with organ guns. Organ guns being shipped here by Portuguese. That's a nice play there from Rohbrot. Also organ guns to do the frigate. 1 caravel being trained just to the death of the Castador of the frigate. Those castles are a bit of a sharpshooter there, shooting holes in the side of the caravel there, but it's not looking too bad here. Rohbrot, is he not got his... Oh, please don't tell me that Rohbrot's forgot to upgrade his musketeers to veteran status as well. Like, come on, Rohbrot, I believe in you. You can upgrade a unit in the game. Still yet to see Rohbrot actually research and upgrade in the game. He never went vet Olan, he never went vet Musk in that Japan game, and never went vet Rod in the Colorado game. Surely he'll go vet musketeers here. Please, 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 please. I don't think sending in team infantry HP counts. Frigga comes in, snipes off one organ gun. He actually goes on to sit here for the second organ kill. I don't think he really cares about some frigate. He just wants to pick off this organ gun. Oh, he's got his culverins as well, though, so he doesn't need to overdo this. He's got the culverins to get the pick off. A frigate's been trained as well, and that frigate there from Portugal can't really push in. Might be worth actually for Rohbrot to research armor plates now. Oh, he's gone for a third frigate. He's going in. He's going in deep. Study table sends in 3 caravels. His wood eco is pretty much minimal. Culverins pushing their line onto the coast. They're onto the coast now, and just forcing Portuguese play out on the top side. Most of the fish actually already gone at the moment, to be honest. It's just the 4 whales, one in the middle being basically zoned off. And frigates just working their magic. No naval combat here for Rohbrot, remember. This is one thing he has forgot. He is getting his veteran musketeers. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Praise Garcha. Rohbrot knows what an upgrade looks like. It's just these 2 fish piles. That is it. These fishing boats are idle. There's 2 fish piles underneath that dock and a whale. So it's 2,000 food is not really being gathered, and 1 whale not being saturated. And it's 3 frigates. Rohbrot 57 villager population. Daniel's on 42, and most of his fishing boats are soon to be idle. Oh, frigate gets some nice juicy volleys on the culverins. Culverin's been training here from Dan. Nice little play to try and secure his little land advantage, or his land presence, kind of his coastal presence, should I say, is the correct word here. Oh, Royal William going down. Goldenheim's still low HP, but Agamemnon actually high HP here. That's quite a nice, cool name there for a British warship. Agamemnon from the Greek mythology days wasn't actually a Greek admiral himself, I believe. So maybe just tie that over across. More culverins unpacking, and that's a dead frigate, I think. Does he see it? Oh, he doesn't see it. Oh, he also targets the Castadors. He now sees the frigate. This might be a double shot kill, actually. I think it will be. There's 1, 2, and that. Yeah, it's gone down. That frigate's gone down. It's 2 frigates versus 2 caravels. The fishing boat's trying to push onto that fishing boats because they've got nothing else to do, I guess. Might as well. And finally, we do see 2 falconets. That's a quintuple kill. A quintuple kill on a single falconet shot. That's insane. Absolutely insane that what shot was. Rohbrot just storming in the lead in score at the moment. CDB not yet being taken from the Cree. Stagecoach not yet taken. Actually going for oh, why is he going for the attack upgrade before armor plating? Would you rather have attack by 25% or armor plating by 50%? I think I'll go for the HP by 50 here. I suppose if the frigate never dies, then the HP is kind of pointless. But yeah, having that extra HP means they can just move in and just nuke both the culverin and the castors with their volleys. But with this attack as well, it should get some decent damage. And yeah, they're going to move in. Rohbrot, he's got his target. He's moving in. Let's see what he's going to find and go for. Oh, double castors. You're going to get out of there. Heavy damage being taken though. Heavy damage to get that secured. But Rohbrot behind this. I see hussars. I see more culverins being trained here. A little bit of a switch up here. Needs more food though. Has to be said. Needs more food. Another frigate being trained. And might want to go arm plating very soon as well to buff those. Dan though, it's looking tight. He's got 3 whales under his control. Last bit of fish is basically up for grabs, so that food will start to fall off. I think it's really hurting from those villagers going down early on. Only on 1 town centre as well. He's just not really growing that eco. He's growing eco at the same rate as the British player, but the British player's got so much to start off with. Culverin's moving forward, and all the Hawking guns are getting dumpstered. Caravel's really going hard on that coastal push there. Backed up with the culverins, but these guys are teched with a card with a warship card, remember. And there's a SARS on a castle. Is there a hole in the wall? There might actually be on this northern side for the SARS to power through. Musk's now closing in, and the game has been called. GG is a Rohbrot taking down Sturdy Daniel. Well, Sturdy Table, the name Daniel, 3-2. And going to take some good wins and some good points away for the Boomers. I was not expecting that. Just that game was a bit of a mess as well, but entertaining series nevertheless. I'm sure Daniel will bounce back though from that one. Rohbrot showing some decent play there with Spain and Brit. Managing to get his veteran Hussars as well and vet Musks. So he's going to have to research 2 technologies this game compared to all the other games where he's researched 0 military techs. I joke though, I laugh. A bit of banter there with the text, but Rohbrot's a decent player. I think he's just got I think what Rohbrot's done very well here is, okay, he might not be technically gifted in terms of control, micro, APM, but he's got the ideas, he's got the concepts down, he's got the knowing of what to do, when to do. He knows how to go about his games, and he knows the strengths and weaknesses of Civ's matchups and situations. He can read situations very, very well. And we saw in the other games when he pushed, he knew he was pushing with tempo. He forced reaction, held onto his Falconets very well. Here, he just went straight through the walls and thought, okay, cool, you're going town centres, fine, I'm just going to make heavy infantry. Marlux, subscribe to ESOC, thank you very much as well. And yeah. Dan's game playing as a French versus German on Punjab, that was very well executed there by Dan. I thought it showed a very high level gameplay there. And good things coming up, but just a little few things here and there. Just waiting for the big batch CM, not calling first tier minutes. A couple of houses over here, losing the Vills on the retreat. Just not ideal. Not ideal this game, but it's okay. Some players have great days, some players have better days, let's say, and today was Rohbrot's day as he wins the series 3-2. And yeah, that's going to be it for this series. Good to be casting as always, and I'll see you guys around for another series another time. Goodbye, ladies. Goodbye. Oh god, we definitely got the goodbye, ladies, goodbye in that YouTube video. That would be fun. Oh, Focus playing Treaty. I bet you Pugger's playing Treaty as well.
Have you heard the one about the immortal Lord of Dreams?
Oh, he's actually. Is Twitch is saying he's playing 1 versus 1 ranked grinds. Ooh, that's interesting actually. Might have to drop by there unless we want to watch a bit of Meta Plays RTS with some Halo Wars 2. Could do a bit of that. Who else is actually cast? Is there anybody else cast? Is Mr. Potato cast after this? Of course. Potato Head. What are you doing, my friend? Are you playing after this? Oh my god. Oh. Fucking Indians like getting that hard on over how I pronounce Punjab. Harrison is not Punjab. It's pronounced like Panjab. It's written Punjab. Yo. If I want to call Arkansas Arkansas, I will. If I want to play, if I want to say that Punjab is like Punjab, I'll do what I like. If I want to call London by London, I will. If I want to call Bournemouth instead of like Bournemouth, I fucking will. I'll say these places however I like because I can do whatever as I please. Yes, Lucas, it's pronounced Punjab as in Poontang. Welcome to the map Poontang, the developer's favourite maps. Okay, I'm now, at this point, I'm just absolutely chatting shit. Can't Hopeful Joe, are you casting another series afterwards, or am I raiding somebody else? yeah, good night, Harrison. Oh, good night for me. Well, good night for you as well. Looks like you're going good night. So good night for everybody. Let's check the Discord just in case. Right, night night. Good night me. Good night you. Chat was very disappointed. Interesting how that works out. Whatever. Okay, let's just watch some. Oh, Puggo's playing some team games with Hallow. Oh, nice lad. Okay, we'll do that then. We'll just raid Hallow. No, raid oh my god, where's my chat screen? We'll raid Puggo play. Alright boys, see you over there. And have a good night. This channel is intended for mature audiences. Well, luckily the Crabgot's not here. He jokes. Alright, see you later boys.